Alright, welcome back everyone. New project day, the classical gramophone by ROKR. I think it's the first one I've ever had that's the full, was it 6 stars? 2, 4, yeah, 6 stars. I guess that's harder than a 5-star one. Looks like fun. Evidently it is a real, genuine record player. I didn't realize that. I just thought it was a music box whenever I bought it. So that's cool. If you're new here, this is what I do. I buy sets similar to this, sometimes a little more fancy, sometimes a little less fancy, and build them in real time, step by step, so you can see all my successes and all my failures, and hopefully how I fix those failures. If you're browsing around to see something you'd like to see me build, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm always open to suggestions, and if it fits, I'll put it on the list for sure. But without any further ado, let's crack this open and see what all we got into. I do see a lot of accordion pieces up here, and I'm curious to see how this works with it splayed out like that. I think that'll be, I don't think I've done one like that before. Let's see here. Okay. I'm gonna let the wrap off of it. I'll turn on the rest of my lights. Let's see here. Alright. So, a little ROKR card with the, Facebook group, assembly videos, whatnots. Okay. And please give us a rating in Amazon card. An instruction book, thankfully. I love the books. I hate the posters. Inventory of the parts. Those are handy. Big chunk of wood there to make it out of. And let's see, find a spot for you. Yeah, got a record. Haven't seen one of these in many years. The Merry Gent, Memory of a Dance. The Giant Killers on that side, and just Not for Sale on this side. It doesn't even have a name on it. Now, from what I remember on these, the center part should be wide, and you should have like a little yellow plastic thing that fits in there to make it work. That's how we did it at my house when I was a kid, anyway. Okay, another, looks like a decorative piece of wood there. And here's our speaker. Well, that's a. Okay, that's the volume knob. It feels like. USB, there's our speaker. I'm sure we're going to get, well, with it having that cone on it, that speaker might actually do some good. That'll be an interesting thing. I'm no great audiophile, but, I think I could tell, my first impulse was going to be a tinny thing, a little chunk of plastic. I guess that's probably our record rotator. A little housing, a wiring connector, it looks like. Yeah. Keep it all in there so I know where you are if I need you. Got our dynamo for power, it looks like. We got all that copper wraps down there, so I'm sure that's where the juice is going to come from if you're not plugged in. I got screws and rods, tabs. Looks like some caps for concealing said screws and rods. Teeny tiny screwdriver. I got some bearings. O-rings. Thick boy O-rings too. I mean, those are some chunky ones. a few more caps, and it looks like there's a power knob, volume knob there. And some ball bearings. Wonder what those are for. It looks like. Yeah, no, I thought there was going to be a spot for those in there. A big bag of O-rings and a chunky, that must be a weight. I bet that's our base for the record. And a couple of little silicone things in there. I'm not sure what those are. There's I bet that's the arm for our, oh, this is our needle. Okay, that's what that is. Yeah, that's our needle for our record player. Okay. Just realized that. Okay. There's various screws, wires, more screws, collars, wax, Yeah, just a bunch of screws, a bag of rods too, so that's small ones. Alright, so that's plenty of goodies in this box. Let's stick all these back in our tray. Pull the tray out and set it aside so I don't have to open the box every time to use it. Close you up. That more tray back here. That's the only piece on that one. Oh, that's got to be our base for our record to sit on. Yeah, because that's the proper size for that. Yeah, that's what that is. Figuring this stuff up as I forgot to put this back in the... Okay, now let's pop this open and see what our pieces look like. Oh, there's something on there. Hang on. It's sort of like a raincoat material, plastic. It's, I think this is what the record's actually going to sit on, so it doesn't get scratched. Okay. I was about to wad that up and stuff it in my pocket, so I'm glad I didn't. Alright, so got our token piece of sandpaper. There's K. Let's not stack that up on the wrapper. And then we'll go with A, B. Ooh, it looks like. Okay, I saw the 33 RPM thing. I thought there might have been a rotation to 78s. Oh, okay, they're the different sizes. You got 33 and 45. I don't know if there'd be a 78 on here or not. It would be fairly small. I don't see one offhand. Ah, there, I've just found the 78. Yeah, there's a 78. Okay. That's something I used to love to do as a kid. Speed up the records and make them all sound like the Chipmunks. Here's where all our cone to get splayed out is. I'm both excited and anxious about that. There's... Oh, don't break it before I get started. And got some more accordion bits there. I think that looks like the corners of the unit. Oh. Yeah. How many are these things? They just keep going. And they're all pretty thick boys too. They're not thin ones. So. Okay, finally got to the last one. I lost count. How many was that? You had the half one, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. So 11 sheets, 10 and a half. I guess plus that one make it 11. So, all right. So we got plenty to work with here tonight. So I'm gonna grab the first. Oh, let me take a gander at the. Let's see how they spaced out the steps on this one. If it's going to be any better than the usual. Okay, right off the bat. Okay, so they start off reasonable length steps. Let's see if they continue. And okay, 10's a little long. 10's better. 12. Okay. Okay, it looks like making the cone is most of the end of the, yeah, so up to step 12, or 11 maybe. Yeah, through 11 is reasonable spaces. Then you start working on that cone. So I'm betting, yeah, 11 is the last step, and it just keeps going. So 11 will definitely be its own day, it looks like. But that's a good day to end up on, because that sort of, like I said, it makes that cone build up. But yeah, okay. Long intro for this one. I guess there's a lot of pieces. But anyway, I'm going to grab up those pieces, and we'll get going on step 1, see how far we go. Be right back with that. Okay, first thing is we're going to build us a depth gauge. Supposed to just pop that together. Oh, actually, look, looks like, yeah, should just, yeah, okay, there they go. I can go in at the same time. Come on. They're both E3s, right? No, okay, one's E3 and one's E4. Okay, so I've got E3 goes on the bottom, supposedly. Okay. Yep, okay, that does make a difference. I thought they were the same. They are not. Okay, and E4 through there. And D3 pops on there. 2 here. D4 here. And I say this is just our depth gauges, so we can get our collars in the right place on the rods. But that is all for, like I say, pre-assembly, I guess you'd call it. So we'll go into step 1 now. Okay, no shortage of parts for this step. So I imagine this may be the only step I get done tonight. We'll have to see how it goes, but you know, I say it looks reasonably complicated, so like I say, you'll find out when I do. Okay, we start off with the G1. And like this goes. And yeah, the end with the extra, oh yeah, extra little chunks there goes down. So into here and here. Like maybe, yeah, it just goes down flush to there. And whoop, hang on a second. Okay. And G2s go in these two. I think they're going to stick out the other side. Okay. Now, get our depth gauge out, and our collars and our rods. Start off with you. Come back here. Tight fit on these guys. Goes into this one. And it up. And do that twice. And now take those guys through A2 and then through the gear. Then big boy gear goes in the triangle. Okay. Pretty much flush down there, so that's good. Let gravity do its best with it. Geez, this other one goes actually down here. So these don't interact yet. Yes. And I'm supposed to wax those, of course, but I'm going to hold off on that for a minute or two till it's, you know, closer to time to sealing it up. Just do all the waxing at once. That's everything for the first step of part one, first part of part one. Then we get this guy out. And a little printing on, okay, yeah, this shows the printing up. And these two, these three, H1 and G10. All right. So start off with these guys in here. Go up from the bottom. Drop, I think, got it going from that side, but it'll pass straight through, so I'm going to go ahead and, I think these are supposed to go all the way down. I think this is supposed to form like a collar on there. Yeah. That. Alright. That done. That's going to end up here. Huh. A little more slop than I thought there'd be. Actually, doesn't call for wax on this, which is surprising. It calls it for on the gears, but not the, I do think I want to get some wax. It may be sitting there on there, so I'm going to put some wax on the teeth and on the edge too. But I was late turning my wax on, so I don't know if I get access to anything yet. It's soft, but it's not melted yet. Okay, so I'm going to take like a 5-minute break, let that wax melt, and I'll be right back and we'll proceed. Okay, got the wax melted enough to get on there, so I'm just going to go around this little edge here. And even though it's not hitting, I'm going to hit the, see, it's not melted great. I'm sort of trying to force it, but I want to get done. Just run that around, and like I say, it'll wear its way in. Okay, so it's going to go in there. Spread that around so it gets on both sides of it. Get rid of the excess. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Now, bring this guy down on top of those pegs. Get them all to line up there. I think they're all going. Yeah, they are. Nice and snug. All right. And dust it out of here. Excess wax out of the way. And now, okay, we take depth gauge out again. Whoop. That guy on there, and it goes into this one. Take you on that far. Now, drop you through there, all the way down. Put the other collar in place. Through it. They give me a tool to do this, but I'm just going to make it difficult on myself. Okay, so we got everything snug on there. There. Okay. Now, I guess, trying to see, I've got a couple more things to do before I'm almost ready to start waxing. These guys, got the hex heads in there, so these pop you all in there. Maybe see if it'll work better on a more solid surface. I'm not sure. Okay, I think it worked a little better. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. You guys all in there. This one's a little light. Let's try it again on that one. Okay, so now put it off as long as I can. I guess I got to do some waxing. So, trying to see. Okay, looks like telling us to do the top surface here a little bit with her. We're going to put our collar, and then of course the teeth around. Just dropped a little extra on the bottom there, but see. Okay, I think I got pretty good coverage. And pop you back in. And then where you go. And same situation up here. Coverage on the top surface. And hit the teeth. All right. Back together. These should be considerably easier because there's a whole lot less teeth in them. Just a couple of times, make sure I'm getting good coverage on it. Away. Okay. Got all those done now. Let's see here. Go A1 down first and E6 on top on each one of these. And I'm gonna, while I'm waxing, I'm gonna hit, I don't think these are needed, but I'm gonna hit just a little bit on the top layer here. Oops. I think they might be in a little contact, but they're not. I think they're designed to spin while it stays in place. Okay, so now this looks like it's going to be fun. Got this assembly. Bring it out a little more room to show here. And these guys go in through there, and there, and there. And then got the, whoops, okay, knock everything out. Okay, everything, nope, it's not. You came out too. So everything in place now. Now we got our original pegs that we put on way back when. And on those guys over there, I hope. Okay, so those guys are tied in with this one. And then these guys are going to drop in through that center. And lead you in. Okay, so I got peg one in there. That one came through the bottom there. And ease this guy down. This one down a little bit more, I think. Yeah, it's got. I think these got to go over that little hump there. Oof, this just sounds bad. Okay, and you. Okay, you're not lined up with that hole in there. Okay. This one's not come through yet. Let's find a straight one. Okay, there it went, popped in there. So now everybody's down. You're not down, you're not, okay. But you're not tied in. Okay, so these two are tied in. These four are tied in. They're not tied together. I bet we're going to tie them together up top here somewhere. Move them around a little bit. Okay. So there's some adjustability on there so it can go up or down. Okay. I don't know if that's going to play in that count or not. What? Let's see, does it show? Oops. Two pages stayed together there. I don't have a good view underneath, but I think that's not close enough to them. I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah, I think they're supposed to be independent of each other. Okay. So, on to the final step of step 1. Got just a few pieces here. And let's see, take A4 or G11 and A3 and you through there, and we got our peg. This is A4. A4 goes through here and through there. Okay. Cool. Then, oh, and you're supposed to go down up top here in front of the, okay, so that goes in here. Okay, so we're probably going to be seeing those. Looks like that gear's going to be turning on the outside, which that's always a detail I like to see. It's fun to watch the clockworks in motion to me. I think I've mentioned that 15 or 20,000 times since I started doing these things. Now we gang these guys together. Actually, just gang one of them together. Well, just put that thing in first, it says. Or what they call this, an eyelet, I believe. Okay, so it does sort of go through. It's not flush. So it's going to be able to line this one up together with it, I hope. Then you thread those screws through those. And we screw it in. Oh, too low. There's our outline for it. And I'm going to recommend doing this first and doing that second because that's in the way now. Get them turned, started. Get a screwdriver going here. Alright. That's screwed down. See, I'm not sure what it does there, but I'm sure that's probably going to be, I gotta think that's some kind of oh, I can't think of what the word I'm using, so it doesn't, something to protect the wood so it doesn't wear as it spins. Whatever we're going to be doing in there. Let's work those around for that one. Yeah, this one spins much more freely, which I'm pretty sure that's the design. That one, okay, that wasn't all the way down on that side, but that's, I think that's a good base, and I bet I've gone on long enough tonight that you're ready for me to stop. You know, one step, and you know, an intro in one step, so hopefully we can pick up the pace tomorrow. But anyways, I'm excited for this one. I think it's going to be a fun build, and I'll have to see if I can dig up some of my old records. I'm sure we got some over at my folks' house. They hang on to everything. And since, you know, obsolete technology, I'm sure we're flush with it. But anyways, folks, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Are you going to say goodbye, Neil? No, she's just going to sit over there and shake. All right. I'll see you next time.